So tell us the story behind this pond, Gav.
This pond, well, I'd like to welcome you all to. It's not just the pond; it's the whole garden. It's ours. My dad's. He built this all by hand. It's ours, magical garden. Yeah, like about 10 years ago, this garden was just what you see now. All the sandstone in it was just like one big slab of stone, which was like an unusable garden. And the creative man that my father was, he decided one day to kango it all out and relay all these stones and build this beautiful waterfall and pond that we see now. And how he did it and where it came from was no plans or drawing. It all just came from his mind, and this is what he came up with. And it's just a testament to what sort of guy he was. He was just an amazing guy. He wasn't a landscaper or anything like that, or a bricklayer. He was just he was a singer at the end of the day, a Neil Diamond impersonator. Neil Diamond would be proud of this, I'm sure. But yeah, and he's built this pond, which is, it's like my oasis. Because my dad died a year ago, God bless him, and my stepmum, who sold the house to us 2 months ago, offered us to come and buy it because she couldn't keep the maintenance on it anymore, and she just said, look, I'm going to put it on the market, and offered us the first option to buy the place, which we were over the moon. And I mean, look, we're so grateful because she gave it to us for under what it was really worth because of all the work that my father did here. So we get to keep this beautiful garden in my family, and my dad would have loved that because some developer might have came in and bought this and knocked it down and turned it into God knows what units. What's happening in Sydney these days? So we get to keep this this amazing pond and garden.
This is absolutely awesome. So what happens here is we've got the main fish pond down here, then the water overflows via these pipes, and then that takes it around here, and underneath here is the biological filters. So there's a couple of big drums. Yeah, we might as well. And we're just going to make sure, so that's the sump where the water goes down to the water pump. So there's a water pump down the bottom, and the water pump shoots the water right up to the top that we'll take you to at the moment. And then on the way to the sump, we've got a filter system. Now it's really important that Gavin doesn't wash the media in the filter with tap water. We want to just pull the mesh out and wash it in water from the fish pond, not water from the tap. So the water's draining in through there, going through here, going into the sump, and the sump is what's feeding the pump down the bottom and keeping that primed.
Thanks for Paul for telling me all this, because this is all new to me. As you know, I've just inherited all this and I didn't have a clue on how this all works. So thank for Paul for coming around and help me to see how all this should be, how it all should run and be looked after and maintained.
So from that pump, it takes the water up here. It's unbelievable, awesome. And we've got this fabulous little area up here. And so the water comes in through this top sump. Now, because the pond's got a little bit of algae, I'm going to recommend that we put some marine pure balls in here. That's a nice high flow area that's going to allow us to put marine pure balls. The marine pure balls are going to grow lots of bacteria, and that's going to compete for nutrients with the algae, so help to stop the algae. So enough marine pure balls in here should help to reduce algae. The water is quite clear, so if the water wasn't clear, I'd want a UV sterilizer on it. But because the water is quite clear, I think the increased amount of biological filtration should help to compete with the algae. Then some of the water tees off here and goes down here. And we've got a little goldfish pond here. It's got a whole lot of goldfish in it. And that goes over that side, goes down to the koi pond. Some of the water goes off this way, goes into another beautiful little pond down here. It's really awesome. Got this spectacular hedge. It's full on Burke's backyard.
Well, I think I will contact him now that I've spoken to you.
Yeah, you can show them this video. So the water's going to come down here, all beautifully aerated. Now it's really important that the water is on all the time, because if the water is off, then the fish do come to the top and gasp, and that means they're struggling, and also your CO2 level and redox potential will fall, which is not good. And this algae is what we really want to get rid of, and we'll get rid of that by adding the marine pure and increasing the amount of surface agitation by leaving the pumps on all the time, which will increase the oxygen level and dissolve the redox of the pond. Like it really is a heaven backyard. It's just like a resort.
We can't not show as well Al's Bar.
Yeah, let's go check Al's Bar out.
Seeing as Al was an Englishman, he'd always wanted a pub, an English style pub in his own back garden. And yeah, out of all that rock and stone that was out the back there, he finally built one. And you know, as you can see, it's like a proper English pub.
Seriously like that.
You've got your open fire there, you know, a little bar with the optics.
You're not going to be short of friends.
No, never.
And show us where Al is.
Al's up here. His ashes, where he wanted to be, in his garden and his bar. So I've got him up there looking over his bar, making sure people
having a good time.
Having a good time and enjoying themselves. Because that's what the type of guy he was. He was a showman, an entertainer, and mate, a genius to build all this is just, you know.
What an achievement.
It's just unbelievable. And from what it was, you know, to get it to this. So my family have.
So this is Al.
That's Al. That's Al. Is Al James, the voice of Neil Diamond. And trust me, if you turned your eye, shut your eyes, and you know, listen to him, you'd think it was Neil Diamond. He was.
I'll be googling him as soon as I get home.
Yeah.
Wow,
we're just blessed.
What a gold mine.
And we get to keep this great garden.
How proud would Al be to see this go into your hands?
Oh mate, he'd be over the moon.
Not in the hands of some stupid developer that's just going to wipe it all out.
Wipe it all out. They've already been knocking. So yeah, we just want to say we're so grateful to Dawn, who was the owner.
Wow. Oh, man.